Good morning.
Awkward? Oh. Ear music.
Yeah.
All I heard was good morning, and then I thought they cut off his audio.
That's not even supposed to be playing in our headset. It's supposed to be playing through the TV.
What is? Oh.
New Dead Island. That
Is the second one new? I thought it was supposed to be the third.
no, it's the second one.
Awkward.
Sort of. See, there was Dead Island, and then there was Dead Island Riptide,
Yeah.
and now there's Dead Island 2. It looks like they haven't changed fucking anything.
I mean, the menu layout looks different, but everything's mostly the same.
You tape bullshit to your weapon, use it for a little while, it breaks. Hordes of zombies. Dead Island 2.
Maybe there's more parkour.
That was never part of Dead Island.
I mean, you could climb things, like they're doing right now. I'm saying, like, maybe there's actually better climbing mechanics. Maybe even sliding.
Maybe even a double jump?
I don't know how unrealistic they're gonna go.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if you strap an electrical thing to your metal machete and you just pick up that bitch, the zombies aren't the only ones that are gonna be surprised.
Yeah, this place looks
That's
safe.
not how that goes at all.
I wouldn't let you on me yesterday because you were fucking dirty as shit. And you got in my bed like an asshole. Like you laid down in the mud yesterday, you just gave up.
Well, that's
From
like
being
Cody.
outside.
Fucking, she was outside for like 5 fucking minutes and you saw what happened to her.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think we'll be playing this anytime soon.
I think it could be fun.
Definitely not with just the two of us and this early in the build at full price. We're not paying $120 fucking dollars to play this shit for one playthrough with just you and me. Now, if Arion was like, got back into it and he was like, yeah, you know, I want to play Dead Island. You know, maybe. But still, full price game is always hard fucking sell to me.
Wonder who I would play as. Like, who's got a good super? If they even have that anymore. Gross.
Well, they do have... Okay, Wolverine. They do have the skills and stuff still. I know that per character.
Oh, starting to feel like there's some kind of goofiness to this game. Bet you can turn on a radio and the zombies will start dancing.
Yeah. They'll be all like, voodoo ya hoodoo, bitch, or whatever.
And you start busting the moves from,
Thriller.
what's it called? That game that I've never played. It's really popular. Like a battle arena. Fortnite?
Fortnite.
Yeah.
You wanna do Fortnite dances?
Oh, come on, man. What'd you do? Get a fucking cold yesterday? You sneezing all over me?
Seems like another fucking zombie game.
I can beat this game in like 3 hours.
You said 2.5 last week.
Yeah. There's a couple things that I might do just to extend the time. Unless you really have plans for after the game.
Finish Shadow Hearts.
Yeah, it'll be done probably within 4 hours.
And if we have time after that, we'll start the next Shadow Hearts and just use all of our days for that shit.
Well, shit, you there?
And then, at some point, I was wanting to do a Armored Core-a-thon going into the new release.
Never paid to play. Have you play a game again? You're fucking handed to me. What do I have? Merwin. What the fuck are you? Merwin. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to rest.
Why?
I sent things to you.
Like resources?
Yes, Arisen. If you should ever need it.
Oh. I've forgotten how to play on controller.
Yeah, you were over there playing it there for a while.
Should get something like 200,000 if I have to guess. Rift coins. Rift crystals.
You can just give those out?
Oh, you have to kill things with the pawn in your thing.
I feel only a strong prey. Take
Uh-huh.
Yes, Arisen. I am honored to travel.
Why is this not happening? What do you mean? Well, that's weak as fuck. I don't get it.
a strong. If there is aught I can. If there is aught a prey.
The plague.
A well-formed party can often fell even foes stronger than ever.
I guess everything that I sent to you didn't go.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
I don't know why. Oh shit.
Why does that thing have so much fucking so many health bars? What the fuck is in there?
Probably an ogre. The alpha ogre.
Got no business having that many fucking health bars.
Fuck.
Oof.
Please don't. They like to stand on top of you and pummel you to death. Or
Combat needn't be just curatives. If the party needs adjusting, adjust it.
Don't worry, Larry's got it.
oh, can't use it.
Did you haven't really given me like any actual personal opinions on what you think so far though. Not about this, obviously. About the like the way, the direction, or balance or anything of.
I mean, so far it doesn't have any issues that I can outright claim.
Yeah, but is it like one of those things that's kind of meh, or is it like kind of something that holds interest, even as it stands at the moment?
Hey, man.
The fuck is it? Oh. And there's nothing you can do about that if you just don't have that fucking.
I don't understand what caused that. Not it. I'm not doing this.
Oh. I'll draw it in with taunt.
I don't know who's.
Your character, right?
Maybe. How many? I thought it was only like at most one wave of these bugs. Fall off in the next room? Hope. Nope.
It's been... Well, now, will you have a...
Oh.
Now, will you? No doubt. Slaying, and that... Now, will you have a look? What'll it be?
Yeah, does it do anything that has any interest so far?
What'll it be? Now,
Or is it just kind of like a pure average experience? Or below average?
you're...
Whatever.
No. So, the now, will you have a look? What'll it be?
I think it's plenty interesting as is.
No doubt.
I don't know what all you can do with the game as it stands anyways.
What do you mean?
Just in general. Like, how... How much art you can put into special moves, only other things forgetting is right now.
Well, I mean, technically, I can kind of do anything with the special move. It's just... So the way that it works is that whenever I make an animation, I have to pick a set of images. And I can add to this set of images if I had more to put in. And then frame by frame, I have to move it where I want it to go. And by combining all the frames of that move and frame by frame, it puts it together. So like if I wanted Quantum to shoot laser bolts from his eyes as a move, all I would need to do is get a PNG of Quantum's face and then combine that with a set of images of lightning.
How much?
right now it's all default assets that I have combined with my own like ways of moving those assets around. As it stands, I've used all those basic assets to make every special move that you do has been my doing. I haven't used any default animations as they stand.
Yeah.
I also don't really know how criticals work, because I feel like criticals, whenever you do land it, it gives you an unreasonable amount of higher damage than your basic attack.
Sometimes it seems that way.
And also, I know that I've already seen it. I'm running into a problem of big bosses being by themselves and not standing a chance. But I don't want to make all bosses immune to status effect.
Mm.
Like the crawler, he has resistance to being caught on fire, but you were able to set him on fire pretty much every time you casted fire.
I mean, I got him the one time. The other times it was the special,
Yeah,
which I assume is like 100% or maybe 90.
100%, but it also goes against their resistance. So it's whatever the chance of it happening minus their resistance. So it should only still be like a quarter of a chance of happening. I don't know. I feel like once I get done with the quests that I want in Act 1, that's whenever I really go back and refine all the enemies.
She lives on. Your mirror in soul and body both. And I will not lose her as we have lost you. This I swear before your empty grave.
And I mean, it's to be expected, but try and get people to test it for me. It's kind of just a general pain in the ass. Like, I've got you, but that's not even necessarily voluntary. If you didn't live here and I was like, hey Chris, can you play this game for me? You'd be like, I got stuff to read. Probably. And then I got Quantum. Otherwise, there's like Arion who's like, oh yeah, you know, that sounds great, and then never plays it. And other people that, like, that's the most common thing to do. Is that there's the peak of interest of, hey, this person's trying to do something, I want to help, to the actuality of helping and not helping. But it also kind of pisses me off, because if I was charging money for it, people, I feel like, would try it more. Yeah, like, cause I've been on. You ever heard of the itch.o website? Itch.io?
I don't think so.
Well, that's where like a lot of indie devs um, put out their early builds and full games, but a lot of early builds are on there. But there's not really a whole lot of feedback with that. Like, people can put comments down, but it's not like going in depth, really, you know, like people aren't going to put essays down on like what their findings are, and that's kind of what I want to a certain extent. I don't expect everybody to do it. That's unrealistic, but more than like if I only have 2 people play test, I guess maybe if I did that, if I put it on there, maybe with the collaboration of enough complaints or comments, I could get a picture on what is actually happening. Spotlight enemy? Jeez.
Offer your beloved in forfeit, and I shall see your will done.
Choose. How am I to choose?
This isn't the same room that you were in before?
No matter my answer, the price is dead. Hollow choice. Who am I to stand as arbiter of 2 lives? What would you have me do? You brought me here. If this be the
There's like 3 of these rooms.
then damn the lot of them. I'll tear the whole of it asunder.
Very well. If that be your wish, I shall.
Oh, dude,
claim
Larry
my
doesn't stand a
price.
chance.
Stop! No!
Nice.
That move is wildly inaccurate. What? Why? Is there like a hidden stamina bar that I don't know about?
I think each it has a stagger ratio. I mean, this was made by Capcom after all. So, I don't know. Devil May Cry has its own stagger to an extent. Even the what, monsters in Monster Hunter, right?
Yeah. But that's like a core mechanic in Monster Hunter. Which, even in that game, it doesn't really make a whole lot of fucking sense to me sometimes. It's crazy how much some of those monsters can limp and be all like, I'm almost dead! And then you fight them for another fucking hour.
Oh, you didn't have to bring them. I figured his armor would be broken by now. Oh, it is. Finally.
You know, I've kind of been debating. Oh, is he dead
Yeah.
from fall damage?
Oh, probably. I thought that he would just keep on getting thrown into the air, though, personally.
You want to ban that real quick? If I do it, I gotta click off the screen.
You have been chosen.
Oh. Okay. Thanks.
So saying,
Okay.
the worm pries the heart from my breast. I was made arisen, known to the dragon, and bound to hunt it.
I would have just left it as you have been chosen and with no context whatsoever.
What use have I for a heart left hollow?
I'm gonna start saying that to people.
In a world without sweet Greta, my mentor, my mother, my beloved.
Because if you say that to somebody, and then they're like, "That was weird," and then something bad happens to them, like later that day, or maybe even later that week, they're gonna blame you.
Arisen, bearer of the dragon's mark, undying corpse, enjoined to make your will manifest. If my voice reaches you, heed me well. The arisen, the seneschal, the whole cursed world, all is but an illusion. A meaningless refrain, a hollow echo. What sense is there in giving one's life for these orphans? I damn them all. And I will not cease in my destruction until the last senseless cycle is broken. The last draw is left to dust.
No, but I've been debating on one thing. It'll happen at the end of Act 1. It doesn't happen at all. But during that time of running that campaign, I was running a supplementary campaign with Lucas that coincided side by side with the campaign. I don't know if I should just like maybe think about that as a whole other project or and do it like, way later, or just cut it all together, or like after you end the first act it goes into that. But it was like, you know, his whole thing was like he was doing his own investigation on the big bad that's introduced in the first dungeon or whatever. Because that... What are you doing?
Trying to make this jump.
I don't think that's gonna happen, dude. For what? Anyways, Gazder or whatever, he destroys where Lucas's character lived, and his whole thing is that he's trying to find that Gazder or whatever, and also rebuild the place where he lived. So it would be like a cutaway secondary campaign.
Playing as other people.
Yeah, but eventually, it never come to fruition. But that's my job. I had to piece it all together the way it was supposed to. Eventually, his character was to meet up with the main party. So, I don't know how off-putting that would be to essentially cut away from the main story to do a secondary story that would be shorter than the main act, but still have his own thing going. Because his missions were by himself. And he would get supplementary characters. Ironically, those characters always died. But I don't know, you think that'd be like a cool thing to do, or you think it'd be kind of how we feel sometimes whenever games are like, you use this character now, and you're like, I don't know anything about this character. I don't like him.
I mean, it could be cool. It's more lore. Just like this guy has secondary lore that you have to find by coming all the way back here. I'm just hoping that the gates are not closed. No, shit. 6 4. Ah!
Ow. Oh, big surprise, Larry's down.
God damn it.
So you're dead.
Shouldn't be. Oh. God damn. What? Ever?
You've met him.
Wow. Okay.
When he came to face the dragon, he was given a choice too hard, too cruel to make. He could live with neither answer, And so he offered only a curse in reply. Those words saw him become the monster he is now. In granting him the
Well,
curse
they shouldn't
falls
use all of
short.
hers.
The worm
No, no, no,
paid
god
its
damn it!
bargain, and I was the price.
Oof.
I've never been hit so many times by that.
Well, it seems kind of janky.
I was his pawn, and his beloved besides.
Was he the voice that was talking to you outside?
You must free him.
God. Yeah.
Saying you're the chosen one and stuff?
I don't think so. Damn it. Oh, fuck you. Will you crawl the other fucking way? What the fuck hit me? No. Oh, Larry's probably dead.
Oh, Larry's definitely fucking dead.
Oh, there we go.
Oh. It wasn't looking good for Larry, that's for damn sure.
I don't know why my immolation ended.
Let your iron will be as a hammer to shatter the bonds of hate that keep him here. And if freedom is beyond his reach, pray offer him at least a peaceful end. Wow.
Fuck off. It's just Jinzo. Whatever the fuck his name is from Tekken.
About to say to you, even if it is from Tekken, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. I just now know that that character has a move where they jump in the air and crash down.
God damn it. Just finish the spell.
Gotta poop. Ugh.
Oh, okay. Cool. God damn it. Dude, stop. Fuck. What's it take you half an hour to fucking stop doing that?
Please, sir. I beg you to help him.
Bro. God fucking damn it.
Let your will prove the stronger and crush the bonds of enmity that hold him. His soul has been a slave too long. Pray, bring his suffering to a merciful end.
the fuck? This shit sucks. Will you get the fuck over here? $35,000. Like they don't even think about people that are offline. Oh yeah, you can just fucking farm cursed dragons.
You've met him. He was my master, though it was 100 lifetimes past. When he came to face the dragon, he was given a choice too hard, too cruel to make. He could live with neither answer, and so he offered only a curse in reply. Those words saw him become the monster he is now. In granting him the cursed form he chose, the worm had held to its bargain, and I was the price. I was his pawn, and his beloved besides. Please, you must free him.
You're too fucking rowdy, this guy. Oh.
Chris,
No.
don't forget there's shit in the hallway. I fucking
All those
did.
fucking stone. Literally just blocked them. That's cool. Dude, come on.
Oof.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Did you die at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking super active boss. No other enemy in the game does this.
I feel like if there's more enemies in the game doing this particular thing here, less people would play it.
Oh, Larry, you're fucked. Or not.
Is he charging up? Gonna go into demon mode?
I don't know exactly what all this is about. Oh, he stays like this for a little bit.
As long as he doesn't heal, I guess.
God damn it.
Let your iron will be as a hammer to shatter the bonds of hate that keep him here. And if freedom is beyond his reach, pray offer him at least a peaceful
Are
life.
there 3 wakestones in this one room? That's how many
Just
you
the
need to
one.
make a full one, right? Or is it 5?
It was a full one. Wakestone shards.
You go through that?
Yeah. But these attacks hit it generally. God, fuck you.
God damn.
Wasting my fucking time. God, fuck, dude.
I don't like how the NPCs constantly interrupt what they're trying to do to kind of just walk around.
Okay, sure. That's what happened.
Zooted around that rock and everything.
Bruh!
Why isn't it targeting? Stupid.
God damn it, dude. Fuck's sakes. Shit wouldn't be so bad if it actually sent all of what I sent to you. No, god damn it! Can't fucking move while shooting.
This is the hardest boss in the game.
Second. He has 2 phases.
Oh. So he takes up slot 1 and 2?
We don't have to fight 2. First round. You have to run through the maze again to fight 2. Come on.
It's a really accurate punch.
I think the biggest issue on why they drop their spells and other things is because you get too far away from Sometimes they interrupt their own actions. What? I thought you only shot 1. Because a ally fell down. Oh, come on.
What the fuck? Get up.
I got hit by light.
I know, but get the fuck up.
Please, sir.
Come
I
on
beg
now.
you to help him.
Ugh.
Fucking damn it.
Let your will prove the stronger and crush the bonds of enmity that hold him. His soul has been a slave too long. Pray, bring his suffering to a merciful end.
Well, she's losing that one. Maybe?
Fuck.
No. And you were constantly on bullshit. Wow. No. What the fuck is this? Come on.
Weren't even anywhere near that. What's this?
Sucks people in.
Oh, it's that one. Okay.
And then now he's gonna do his thing.
Can't see what he's doing though. That's the move she needs to be spamming.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Get him, Larry.
Oh, okay. fucking slide right into me because of the stone. He's gonna go do it again.
Damn, dude. Oh. He's just invulnerable in this state? It's just your casual hour-long fucking fight.
Still-hearted kinsman, you have my thanks.
Calm down, Larry.
To simpler than to create, and harder still is to see aught to fruition, to end it rightly. The infinite chain is yours arisen, to grant measure, to give what shape you will. And I, at last, can step beyond its span. My Grete, dearest Aura.
Just being at your side fills this pond with
Armor.
wonder, Arisen. Just being at your side fills this pond
Was that one of the
with
fights that had a chance for Origin?
No.
Should.
I don't think that he, Wow. Yeah, I don't think he counts as dragon. Oh. Well, thanks.
I fancied myself a strong man. Strong enough to protect someone. Strong enough to love someone. I longed to prove it. To myself as much as any other. Longed to show that I could give aught back and not simply take. And yet, in that moment, I chose to cast it all away. Though I cursed the world, what was writ true in my soul was an apology to you and our master who fostered a soul within you.
You have not left to prove, my sweet. For I have known your love, and know it still. I have e'er wished nothing more than to share in your world, be it within the endless chain or beyond. Let us find our place together.
Oh.
I feel as if freshly awakened from some long dream. Yet I heard clear each word exchanged between you and the one who possessed me. I remember them still. That woman. She too was named Aura. Perhaps it was that chance bond that led her spirit to me. And through me she called to you, to one whose strength of will outmatched the master of this place. Arisen or no, my own will seems a guttering candle to your sun. I shall remain here a while, I think, to contemplate the meaning of our meeting here.
You can't even leave the island.
Well, yeah, that's why she's gonna stay. Contemplate.
So the whole thing about this island is that everyone here is an Arisen.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, her, self, unless she was a pawn and then became something else.
She said that her dude was talking about their master and giving a piece of its soul to her. So she was probably a pawn. 2 level ups. I wish I could read a little bit and get 2 level ups. It's expensive. Fuck. Right.
Pray permit me to. If there is aught I can do, say it.
Those alone. Better than the entire outfit.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, we got rid of that.
Oh. Yeah, clothing.
The motherfucking denim.
Are we... Is it just not showing up?
If there is aught I can do, say it. Pray permit me to help you now. Pray.
I'm not doing it again.
Ah, fucking wouldn't. Shit. Fucking miserable. a health bar.
I
But
must believe. Pray permit me to help. If there is aught.
barely going down, ever.
Not so bad if you actually get the stuff that I was trying to send.
If there is aught I can do, pray permit me to help you now as we pray.
Take a look. Here. Have your pick. What will it be today? What will it be? Have your pick. Come again soon.
Did that do it? Because I was sleeping on the island?
If there, have your pick. What will it? Understood.
Because I didn't sleep in my game?
What's up?
Just trying to figure this out. Mine. The hell?
that, friend. Here, have your big, or will it be understood?
Oh,
So, what the fuck did you have to do over there for this to happen?
I brought this back for you.
had to rest. I never rested, I guess.
That's weird.
Oh, my foot.
I must pray permit.
Oh.
Pray permit me to help you.
Damn.
If there is aught I can do, say it.
Getting most of the stuff, I guess. Prosecutors. Persecutors. Still warriors, though. That's rough. Warrior, but not fighter.
If there is aught I can do, say it. Pray permit me to help you now. Pray, take.
I should have.
I must pray permit me. If
Done more.
there is aught I can.
Larry blows.
Larry blows? You talking about how cool Larry was a stream ago? How much more powerful he was than us and all that?
If there is aught, pray permit. Pray.
Guess I'll just do the end of the game. So I didn't get a weapon.
Yes, at last, with them. This, I fear, that end this.
Well,
Just pulled it right out of me.
kind of. Non-consensual. I'll just pull my rocks out of my pockets like. of these.
Well met, Arisen. I'll not waste time on rhetoric. Defeat me, and take my place as keeper of this world.
That's terrible.
You saw it awaiting you at the end of your descent. Aye, the same world you've traveled to arrive at this place. A world you may well now inherit. It is a simple proposition, no different than any you've faced. You need only the will to claim what is offered you. A will to survive. Yes, fight, Arisen, as you ere have fought in coming here. What is it that impels you? What force spurs you on? What sustained your wanderings and led you here?
Oui.
What are you stalling on him?
No.
Ask you, what is it that makes you alive? 'Tis volition, unbending will. You are here because
Getting one of the endings.
that alone has brought you here.
Dying?
Yeah.
While naked?
Well, he's doing so little damage. Figured if I take all this off, it'll actually deal decent damage.
This ending end with you just smacking the ground.
That'd be something.
You turn into a dragon?
Yeah.
The game restarts? And then now you're the dragon?
Beginning of the game.
Hmm. So yes.
Basically. Except for you're a dragon.
Yeah.
But you don't actually get to play this way.
Well, yeah.
That'd be interesting, though. Yeah, it's just showing you how the Arisens are actually the dragons. And that this world is cyclical. All ruled by a guy up there.
So he just makes dragons for funsies?
He's trying to get someone to kill him. 'Cause he doesn't have the balls to do it himself. Shit, but
Yes, fight, Arisen, as you ere have fought in coming here.
Ugh.
What is it that impels you? What force spurs you on?
That it?
What sustained your wanderings and led you here? I ask you, what is it that
Where's his
makes
health
you
bar?
alive? 'Tis volition, unbending will. You are here because you willed it, Arisen. That alone has
You have to get through his monologue before he can actually die?
I think so.
Fucking stupid.
Consider the infinite potential. Just as you call forth pawns, so I command all life into existence. Call it divine creation if you must, but expect none of the mercy men seek in their gods. This is cold truth, the unbending reality of a world without compassion. The world and all its denizens are but empty vessels. In that regard, no different than the pawns. Without volition, there is no true life. The world falls stagnant, dead as an ocean with no current to guide it. That volition is tempered by the struggle for survival. The decision, just like yours, to fight. Just as the pawns need a master's command, so the world thirsts for the will to live. Let us continue, Risen. Show that you are more than an empty vessel, animated by forces unseen.
You show that you can take more than 2 fucking shots.
Your soul is strong enough to command far more than mere pawns. Show that your will is fit to bind the fraying circle of this world and hold it fast. Fight tooth and claw, struggle now and cling to life. Show that living holds worth enough to fight for. It is time to decide. Will you claim your right as a Risen? Or shrug the burden and seek peace in oblivion? Just so. One foot after the next, come what may. That is what it means to live. Turn back now, and I will grant you a merciful death.
That's creepy.
The choice is yours, Arisen.
I think this is the last choice.
Yours alone. Tis a simple choice, Arisen. Step forward or retreat. Accept the quiet emptiness of a false peace, a false life.
Oh, at least it's saving.
Then you would choose peace. That too is a valid.
Then fear has bested you as well. So be it. Go and seek your peace, your guttering beacon in the churning dark. And I shall await the coming of the next.
Damn.
Why not put an end to it? The praises of the quiet life are sung fun. That's a mite harsh, ever the noble one, you.
You're not without a home to return to. Why? What is it drives you so?
Why this hesitation, sir? You've aught to protect. This is your answer.
I would beg you rest a while, but just as like instead, I ask only that you keep us in mind now and again.
I was always so afraid. You seemed ever like to leave for somewhere I could not follow. All I asked was to be at the side of those I love. All I...
You are close now. So very close to me.
Come, Arisen. I shall meet you on your own terms, joined by my own companions of old. You stand now at its end, Arisen. See your journey through. My will that urges time onward through eternity.
Alright, Larry.
The temper of our will. Arisen, forgive me. All I've done is to test your will.
All this to show you the man that you played as at the beginning.
You and I swept up in the current, same as the rest. Each tempers the volition of the next, and the endless cycle continues. And so, until the coming of a new soul fit to craft the will to live, someone like you. Until that day, may you guide the world ever justly.
Someone with the will to live. Remember that.
With the Godsbane blade. Those
Floats.
who arise to oversee this world are undying, save by this brand's kiss. I ask that you, as the world's new seneschal, use it now to vouchsafe freedom to your weary servant. New crown sovereign and keeper of eternity. Grant me now this single boon. The fire of my life is spent in victory. Give me freedom with the kiss of the Godsbane blade. If there is aught you wish to know afore my death, you need but ask.
It's not gonna fucking
My
matter,
knowledge,
right?
As my all is yours to take. What would you hear? As you wish.
What is eternity?
Until
How long are we talking about here?
new crowns. The fire. If there is aught you wish to know. Mourn me not, for I welcome the release. At long last, I am free of eternity, of infinity, free of the cruel, unending ring.
You just put it right back where it came from. I mean, I don't really understand what the big deal is.
You better run.
What the fuck?
Didn't know you could hit the people. Never tried. I always just broke shit. You can't put me in jail now. Oh, hey.
So what's the point of this?
There's no point.
Oh. Weird.
You're the Seneschal. You can do whatever you want now. And with all this freedom,
Yeah.
it's boring. So I'm fucking done with it too. Takes Seneschals a little while to die.
I noticed.
Larry, all alone in a new world. Oh, never mind.
It's not his voice.
I feel like they might have changed it because of what happens after the cutscene. Originally, they don't change the voice. Butthole closing right up.
Oh.
Yep. Who was it? That? Is that right?
So, is it over?
Oh, we had the queen.
Yeah.
I don't know what you were
Thought she
wrapped up
died.
in, but it must have been something grand. And the world's a different place for it. Though I'm sure we'll still manage brilliantly, you and I.
Each person has a different conversational piece.
Ah. Feel like it's all about the same though, right?
Kinda. Kina's probably the most interesting. She acknowledges that the person that is standing before her is not the person that she fell in love with. And she even knows that you're still there.
The final credits. Was that number
Hey,
4?
You
Number
get to
5?
see, yeah, about 5, I think. You get to see your characters and their battle poses that they favor.
That stupid hat on?
Oh, here it goes. What do you look like? Oh, you just
Wow.
stand there normal.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool, dude. I'm sure glad we're in a book.
Kira. My people are weird. What the fuck's going on here? Why are you people so normal? A person's like standing like this. And screaming.
Okay. Mandy. Too bad I don't talk to Crash anymore, huh?
Yeah, too bad.
His choice, man.
Lady. Unfortunate.
What?
There's probably like pretty good music in the second act of that final boss fight, but I don't want to deal with it.
For a music track? No.
Now you got speedrun mode.
What's the point of speedrun mode?
Just see how fast you can beat the game. That's really it. That, and I think it gives you like extra outfits or something.
$20 gigs. Shit, dog. I've been trying to fucking. I haven't touched this in forever either. There's no reason for me not to touch it. I just like. I got to a point where I went to every area, got familiar with all the areas. Haven't touched this since. Killed a lot of people online though. It was like every fucking time I started a day. And we're talking about Deathloop, by the way. But like once per section of the day you can get invaded. And every time I was getting invaded.
Man, you should watch Space Dandy.
That's it.
No, it's an anime.
Well, yeah,
It's
I've heard of it.
either made by or written by some of the same people that did Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. The music's really good in Space Dandy. It's got really like 2, maybe 3 strong emotionally charged episodes. Otherwise it's just really, really weird. And it explains how and why it's really weird later in the I think second season. All because of what happens in the first episode.
Is there time travel?
Not exactly. more of... It gives away the entire thing, but at the beginning of the entire show, Space Dandy grabs onto some kind of ethereal worm that pulls him through space, and they warn him not to do this. And he's like, what's the worst that could happen? And it's like the most American Japanese show that I've watched.
How? What do you mean by that?
Like, it's, they've got, like, basically the Grease identity going on from the 80s. He's, like, got this pompadour, he's always talking about women. His favorite foods, like burgers, all this other shit. But, yeah. Basically, whenever he grabbed onto that, it split him into hundreds of different dimensions. And so each episode is a different dimension, kind of like Rick and Morty, but before Rick and Morty. But the only difference is Space Dandy doesn't fight to be the best. He's just always him.
Is he always the best?
No, he's just always the same. No matter what Space Dandy you see, he's always the same. That's how true to his character he is.
He would have always grabbed that worm.
And it kind of comes back in one of the episodes, and that's why I say that he's always himself. He's in the afterlife, and this chick's like, I can bring you back, but I'd have to reconnect so many of your different peoples.
It was super easy. Like, oh, not that big of a deal, I guess.
It's such a fucky show, too. Like, it's so wild. I guess we're gonna end it.
Yeah, we'll end it and start it back up with Shadow Hearts. You know, for all those people popping in saying how great this game was, where the fuck they at?
Probably didn't enjoy hear someone talking about how bad it was. Though granted, you weren't being completely pessimistic about the game.
I think my arguments are valid. I generally don't shit on something that we do just to shit on it. But I hate hearing that argument too of well, there was a bunch of content that was cut. It's like that's not my fault. This is still the experience, regardless of what it could have been. Like you could see glaringly, maybe me more than you because you played it in the past. What, like years ago?
About whenever it came out.
Yeah. But I mean, you can see the cracks. There's no arguing that. I mean, it's got some cool ideas. I just think the execution was not what I wanted, was hoping for.
I think it was just very understaffed and definitely had stuff that was cut. Because, there were a couple of times whenever people sounded like they were going to give you a quest, but didn't. There was more to the map that should have been there. Most likely they would have added more people into the environment. Like how I ran up on one of the goblin camps and they were trying to cook someone alive. I've never experienced that before until playing it on stream.
Yeah, but then that person, I mean, like, I don't really know what to expect, but then they're like, alright, we're cool. And then just, like, walk the fuck off.
I mean, I wouldn't want it to be an escort.
No, I wouldn't want it to be an escort mission either.
Oh, hey, could you take me to fucking Shadow Fort?
It's not that far from here. Fucking canyon. Yeah, it's just through this fucking Lion King looking crawl space. Surely you won't get Mufasa.
I think there was only like 2 or 3 places that we didn't actually go to. I know at the end there, whenever they pull you off the side of the cliff, there was stuff to get up there, but guess you gotta do it a second time.
Yeah, that's annoying too. Shadow Hearts is constantly doing that shit.
I mean, I guess I can understand it. In Dragon's Dogma, it's not that big of a deal. Because the majority of, like, the good items are literally just the, what are they called? Cursed items.
It was
And
only
none of
introduced
those.
years later after the DLC came out. It was only introduced years later after the DLC came out for it.
Yeah. I mean, you get other, like, stronger items if you do the raid, but it's better to do that offline. Since I think he has, like, 1 billion or some amount of health. But if you
I
do
feel
it,
like they just wanted to make an MMO.
I mean, they did eventually.
Yeah, eventually. That supports my argument even more. It's like they wanted to do it the first time around, the way that a lot of things are set up.
I think they've walked back from that though. If Dragon's Dogma 2 isn't going to be purely online, I could see it pulling something more like Monster Hunter.
I feel like that's where the evolution went. Monster Hunter. Of course, Monster Hunter's older than Dragon's Dogma, but it was only way after Dragon's Dogma came out that you could actually get on top of the and mount the creatures. I'm not sure there's really a connection there, or if they just wanted to do something cool. But it is Capcom either way.
Yeah. I think it had a lot of potential. Either way, I would have liked to see more whenever it came down to it. I think the online might be pretty cool, considering like what I've seen of that. The movement's a lot more fleshed out. There's certain classes that
Talking about the
fucking Christ.
MMO that we couldn't play unless you go through a bunch of bullshit.
It's like I shouldn't say locked. It's inside of a Discord.
Well, yeah, now it is. But what I'm saying in general, that's the game that you're talking about.
The online, Dragon's Dogma Online. Yeah. But there's like I think they called it like a fucking alchemizer or alchemist, one of the two. Literally teleports around the battlefield. It's wild. Oh, and Magic, they actually made it more in depth, I guess is a good word for it. More hands on. Whenever you're casting, you have to draw symbols to speed up the cast.
What do you mean draw symbols?
I imagine it's all done with the right analog stick, but like, you start in the center, and then there's the symbols. Like
Fucking
how,
Okami?
I guess Okami is a good way to say it, yeah. But it looks pretty interesting
Some
considering.
fucking Zelda Ocarina of Time shit.
Oh, and you can fall in love with your pawns in Dragon's Dogma Online. So It, I guess, further explains how pawns actually are behaving. It's not that they don't have emotions. It's just that they're sloths. They have no will to do things. They follow orders pretty well. An NPC, if you will.
Yeah, why don't they just go ahead and call it what it is?
Not up to artificial intelligence level. Still not passing that Turing test.
Yep. I just feel like it was, and I mean, it's the curse of the time, but it was missing a lot of quality of life things that really killed it for me.
I think
Like, just
that,
getting around just felt like a chore to me. I mean, there's an argument of, like, exploring and all that, but it just didn't. It wasn't getting to me.
They had pretty good ideas whenever it came down to it, I think. Like with the Black Cat, what do they call it? Forging. Forger. Being able to forge items so that you don't have to go out and keep on hunting a certain monster that has the random drop chance of not giving you the item you need. I just wish that you could have plugged in how much you wanted and he would have had it done in whatever amount of days. Instead of, yeah, I'll do this one item. Come back tomorrow. And then you have to do it again. Yeah, come back tomorrow.
Yeah. That
Like,
could have
just
been fixed. I feel
dump all of
the way they
items.
did fast travel was like the DLC fixed it, sure, but like the fact that you told me that that wasn't a thing before the DLC, and there's a limited number of fucking fast travels you can get. Like, I don't know.
I mean, you can
That's
buy
just
them, but still.
like fucking
And there's always
Oblivion
one
came
great
out during
spot.
this time, and it allowed you to fast travel. Literally out of the gate, you walk out, you can fast travel to any town. Period. You don't. You didn't even have to discover them. That's too much. Okay, admittedly, that is a bit much because that makes it to where you don't have to walk anywhere. But
I think it'd be fine if they had like a carriage system.
yeah. But then again, there's only 2 towns, so it's like, well, you want to be here, you want to be there.
I mean, I didn't mind it personally. It's like playing Skyrim, having to discover a certain place, except for now you have to put an item down instead of being able to just travel there.
I didn't like how the quests were either. That really bothered me. I like being able to track multiple quests. I don't like going into the map and then figuring out which one's the closest one, only selecting that one, and then going to that one. Like, I just want to see everything that's around me and decide from there.
I think that that's also kind of just knowing the map. So it's more of learning the game, unfortunately. Because they do tell you, like, oh, this one's in Black Abbey or this one's at Shadowfort, but if you don't know where those are, then you have to look at the map.
Yeah, but then they flood you with like 10, 20 quests and all going to this place and that place. You're like, you're going to forget where the first quest went. Unless you play it a few times, but like this is based off of a first time experience. Maybe multiple playthroughs, you're like you warm up to it more, but the first time experience there was a lot of those glaring issues for me that kind of took me out of wanting the experience. Like, it's much better to know already where to go and what to do than it is to figure it out with this particular
Maybe
instance.
if the UI were more intuitive to a point where you could track multiple, and instead of having to press X to go to the map and show you where it's at, would have been good. But I don't even think that whenever you're tracking one and you go to the map, it shows you which one you're tracking.
Yeah, it has like 3 different fucking maps, and if
On
you're
the
in the
button.
wrong one, you can't even like. It doesn't even zoom to where that is. It just goes to the nearest exit of where it could be.
I think the only thing that like really annoyed me whenever it came down to the map was the not being able to switch floor whenever you're inside of a dungeon.
Mm.
Like if they would have allowed tracking each individual section of the map, even like through different doors that you've went through, so like in Bitter Black Isle, that would have been nice.
And I know there's certain builds that you can do, but there was a lot of enemies that just felt like sponges.
I mean, it feels that way just because of like how low leveled we were. Most of the enemies outside, like in the normal playthrough, are very easy to kill late in the game. It's only in Bitter Black Isle that everything's just so fucking ridiculous. Like, fucking Grim Reaper.
Yeah,
could kill him
he
in
didn't
one
even
shot, too.
appear again, or at least I didn't see him appear again after that first time he appeared, and then you left.
He appeared in this one whenever we were playing. He has 2 places that he always, well, 3 places that he always appears. In the first playthrough, it's right at the entrance, midway through, over a bridge, which you can kill him immediately there. You just have to hit him a couple times with explosive arrows, and then he falls to his death. And then the third time, you can farm him. He shows up in the sewers, and I ran past him.
Oh yeah, he did. He did show up there.
Cause I didn't want to fuck with him. Not to mention he literally like 3 health bars and he disappears.
Like that chimera, just the enemy, the chimera in general, just I don't know. Like they were everywhere and multiples at the same time a lot of the times.
I like the knowledge system of the game though.
But is there a difference? Because our pawn sucked from the beginning all the way to the end in this run.
I think if he had more health, yeah, he'd be able to show off more. Because, like, certain enemies, whenever they get downed, your pawn, depending on his weight, can jump on top of them and hold them into the ground. Like, you saw him do it with saurians, the lizards.
Yeah.
You can do it with the harpies, you can do it with wolves. I think they can even do it against the bigger creatures, but at that point, everyone has to pile on. Like, they really took weight into consideration in this game. Just like certain status elements, like if you get wet, electricity does more damage, and freezing does more damage. You freeze easier. Like how you had you had oil on yourself at the beginning of the game, and you put a fucking lantern on yourself.
Try to fucking put but the lantern isn't even like an open flame, dude. That shit doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I've never had that happen to me, so that was funny as fuck. I didn't even know it could happen. Maybe because every time that I've ever gotten oil thrown on me and I had my lantern on already.
You think it's just the instance of turning it on? Whenever you light the match?
It could be, actually. What was the other thing? Oh, I do also like the ideas that they put with certain enemies as well, like the giant cyclopses. Whenever they're armored, if you climb on their head, they'll throw their helmet off just because they're trying to get you off their head. Or
yeah, it was confusing to me though. Whenever I climbed on the armored, like the big ogres with the helmets and shit, like shit just wouldn't come off. I was just I don't know how to do it.
You have to be on his face or the back of his head, one of the two. and then he'll do his move that's going to grab you. If you get off of him, you don't get grabbed. If you stay, he grabs you, but he still pulls his helmet off. Then the other thing that I
The
like,
staggering on the climbing bothers me a lot.
yeah, I think that there should have been a button that allowed you to grip tighter. I
Some
think
kind of
Eco
mash
did that right.
or something.
Like if you were climbing something and it started going wild, you'd press a button to conserve more stamina.
Oh no, I know that Monster Hunter did it, but again, that
Eco,
was way
Ico.
later. I don't think I've ever actually put time into Eco. I know that it's a sequel to Shadow of the Colossus.
I've watched a lot of it just because I like the exploration to it and some of the secrets that they had. I thought it was interesting. Like the what was it? It's like this super tall thing that you can climb in Ico, and you can only get to the very top if you have max stamina and you know the trick to jumping and keeping most of your stamina while jumping. I guess off topic from that, back to Dragon's Dogma. The one thing that I did enjoy also on top of the other monster mechanics was chimeras. You could either kill the lion or the goat, and depending on who's last standing is how that creature would react. So if you wanted to deal with magic, you would kill the lion. If you wanted to deal with just physical, you would kill the goat.
There's a lot of unexplained mechanics whenever it comes to the monsters, though. Like that's easy to find out, right? Like, because you'll do that on accident. But like, skeletons. No one ever tells you that they're weak to A, B, and C or resistant to this, that, and the other.
I don't think that I ever knew that. I think I saw this properly. Healing spells would do damage to them. Because I'm pretty sure that you had Crash's Pawn in your party and it casted Anodyne. And it started damaging the undead and skeletons that were chasing you whenever you were down in the crypt. I guess the other thing, like, I don't know how to take advantage of it, but the ogres. There's the Elder Ogre, which hates men and probably rapes men. And then the regular ogre that hates women and probably rapes women. They always, whenever they get a chance, go after whatever their specified target is. So maybe if you win against them whenever you weren't said sex, it would give an advantage.
I feel like only if you were the opposite of what they hated, and your pawn was the opposite of you, so that would keep them busy. That's where you could, because like in that big fight with the demon boy, like Larry, he was going down all the time, but he was also doing a lot of distracting. So that's kind of it seems like that's what his purpose was the whole game. I don't like the zoom ins on the actions. I wish that we could turn those off, or that they were more appropriate. Like the fight's almost over. I don't care if you're pinning this harpy. I don't need to see that.
I think if there was more control, or if it kept the camera away and allowed you to see where your character was at, then it'd be better.
I feel like they could have solved it with just an exclamation point indicator of any kind.
Maybe.
Some kind of symbol that's like, hey, this person's doing something.
Like there's times in dragon fights where it's fine by me because the zoom in is literally the entire dragon's body. So I know where my character's at and I can just run to whatever I need to. But for the smaller creatures, the zoom in's way too close. And I can't see where I'm at.
It also doesn't stop time. It may slow it down, but like you're still like holding an attack and you'll miss that attack, it seems, every time. And meanwhile, while they're doing that, that whatever creature you are fighting is coming at you still.
Yeah.
That can cause a lot of problems.
I'd imagine in the next game they will have plenty of things fixed, maybe even have the classes that they had.
I mean,
in
that's
online.
the hope, right? Especially after so much time, the sequel better fucking fix everything of the original. That's just how it's supposed to go.
I can't remember, but I think that the online did fix a lot of the issues that the original had. What was it? Instead of having to talk to someone, you just have a box that you can throw all your shit in.
Yeah, that would have been nice. The storage in general, a cleanup of that would have been nice altogether. Cycling through every character, every tab of every character, trying to find out where the weight's coming from. I mean that's relatively normal, but it is still annoying. Should be like a quick button or something, like store junk.
I wouldn't mind if they had like a if the next game comes out with the same thing of dragon forging, if they had a elite dragon forge type thing.
What, Dragon Forge twice?
Yeah. You know, you're killing all these wyverns and shit. What about a stronger dragon? Would it not give you a better dragon forge? Or is it always just the same? But I guess at the same time, they already kind of did something with that, where the first dragon forge is just bronze, and then you have to work your way through the ranks. So you go to silver and gold. You can't do like with the regular forging to go to 3-star immediately. You have to go through each and every one.
Mm.
You also have to spend rift crystals, which I kind of find shitty.
Yeah, before DLC, I don't know how you would have really obtained a shit ton of rift crystals. DLC was dropping them left and right, but the main game, like, we did all of that, and then before we walked into the DLC, we had like 10 grand, maybe.
Yeah. I think that there's only a couple enemies that might have dropped rift crystals. Might have been the raid. Raid might have dropped one, maybe. Otherwise, I know that it drops a shit ton of wake stones, which probably would have been nice for the island. Should have probably went and got more. Well, should have gotten more while there.
Alright, we're gonna change games. Not that anybody is here.
Here for that.